Okay, we are in the process of exploring an app from Microsoft called Photos for doing some simple video editing. So last time I set up the space, I identified the folder on my drive that contained the videos I wanted. I selected a video for the project, and now I want to go back. I want to get back into that app and look at trimming or slicing pieces out of an existing video as part of my editing. So to start with, as a reminder, if you want to get the photos, you're just simply going to search for it. It's one way. Find it and open it up. And you can see right here that my more recent videos are shown here. But basically I want to go to Video Projects, and you can see that my Trimming Video project is now here. So I can simply click on that and it will reopen the project. So that's how you get back into them. Note over in the left, I've got this little pane that's hidden. If I open it up, it's just going to show me which resources are available to me. So at the time I created this project, I put in a single video because all I wanted to do was trim a piece of it. But there could be multiple videos in here, and we can also go back and add to this project. So I'll show you that later. Where if I started out with one video, but perhaps I wanted to add another one and I wanted to piece them together, I could do that. Let me put that out of the way just for now. Okay, first the controls are very simple. Your video is up at the top, and simply clicking this play button will cause it to play. So I'm going to let it play, and I'm going to find my mistake. This is a sample video. I'm going to use this for purposes of editing, showing how to edit video. Now, there's a couple of scenarios. One is that you started recording a video, and you made a mistake somewhere in the middle, then you continued on and you'd like to delete that little piece. The other scenario is perhaps you've done a video in 2 takes and you want to augment or add something to the existing video. You don't want to record the whole thing, so you'd like to be able to splice it together. So, in this case, we're going to pretend at this point that I make a mistake. Okay, so that's the part of the video right there, that mistake part that I want to get rid of. So let me back it up a little bit and find out exactly where I am. In this case, we're going to pretend at this point that I make a mistake. Oh, missed it. Okay, so it's the point after this where I have my mistake. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get my cursor, for lack of a better word, but stop the video at the last point that I want to retain. And now I'm going to click Trim, and you can see that point is marked right here. Now I want everything from 0 up to that point. So I can simply click the slider and bring it over to that point and say done. Now my video, you'll see it's smaller, it's only 29 seconds, and let's come back here near the end. Okay, that's great, but my problem is that I wanted a section of the video after that. There was a piece I wanted to remove, but then there was a part at the end that I also wanted. So, in this case, I'm just going to take the same video file. I haven't altered the original. I'm going to drag it onto the timeline, and now I've got the first part, and I've got the whole thing. So let me click on the whole thing here and click play. I'll put this away for now. Now I'm going to jump over to various spots here because I don't have to listen to the whole thing. I can estimate where it might be. This timeline is now a combination of my 55-second whole video preceded by my 29-second cut that I made. So somewhere in this area out here is where the mistake is. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, so there's a mistake. I got lucky. Now notice there was a long pause there, and that was an intentional pause when I recorded it. When you realize you make a mistake, and you realize you're going to want to cut this video up a little bit, just leave a pause before you begin re-recording your video, because that's going to give you a nice target to make your splice, to make your trim. So let's get here one more time. So I'm going to stop in the pause. I happen to know that everything after this is good. So I'm going to hit trim. This time, I'm going to bring the slider this way, and I'm going to only save. This is the piece I'm saving. I'm only going to save from there till the end. Now all of a sudden I've got a 29-second video and a 14-second video for a total of 43 seconds. So let's see how the transition goes. So you'd like to be able to splice two together. Okay, then I get back on track, and now speaking of this portion of the video I want to save. Okay, so you can see that the video now seems as if it's one complete piece, and I've dropped out the centerpiece. Okay, the only thing left to do is to export this, to save it as its own video. So to do this, I'm going to say export or share, and I can pick the quality. The highest quality here is L, and this would be for it says right here, big screens. So if somebody's going to play this on a television or a large monitor, that would be good. This is a medium quality, and this is probably where you would go a lot of the time. These settings really speak to how much the video is compressed. So you're trading quality for file size. Small file size, low quality, large file size, high quality, but you've got to consider how these videos are going to be viewed and bandwidth consideration, things like that. So you really do want to be in one of these two areas most of the time. Now when you click that button, it's going to output the video. Since our video is, a total of 43 seconds, it's not going to take too long. If you have a longer video, it'll take longer. And now it's going to give you the option as to where to view it. I am going to go to File Explorer because I'm on a Windows machine. You would only be using this on a Windows machine. It's just going to store it in a file system. It's going to create its own folder on your hard drive, and it's going to store it there. And that's how I tend to like to work. So I'm just going to click on that button there. And you can see up here that it put it in pictures and exported video. So that's where I'm going to have to go to find it. If that's not where I want it, of course I can always move it. So if you work on a Windows machine, you're probably familiar with that. I can, let's see, there's pictures over here. So you can see that if I looked in pictures, I would find I clicked the wrong one. Pictures, I would find exported videos, and I could go here and I could do anything from copying it and pasting it to cutting it and pasting it to simply dragging it across to another environment. So there I'd be putting it on my desktop. So I can get it where I want by moving it. Okay, and that's the basics of trimming out portions of video and for exporting them so that you have access to them. You can then upload them, rename them, upload them to YouTube, etc. Note that it is in an MP4 format, which is really our destination format anyway, so that's convenient as well.